Hey Grayson, everybody here from Profit Pokey. Welcome back to the channel today. We got a few different things to talk about. First, we're going to touch on Ascended Heroes, Prismatic, and the Zard UPCs, or big buyouts yesterday on TCG Player. We're going to check, see how those are doing today. You can obviously Ascended is coming down a little bit, but after that, Sword and Shield Era booster box update. Didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. We were talking to Chuck on the live stream. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. And then end of the video, we'll touch on a couple booster bundles, not all of them, but there are a couple that are doing interesting things. So starting off, Ascended Heroes, ETBs, yesterday TCG Player, we had a big buyout from, or not even a buyout, it was just manipulation, guys, honestly. These went from around 180 up to, I think they almost pushed 220 at peak, 211 you can see on the chart. We're now back down to around $193 on TCG Player. This isn't surprising to anyone with half a brain. Market price too, you can find listings available $177, so even lower than this 192. Makes sense. It's coming back down. There's a lot of supply on eBay right now. People are obviously going to sell their boxes cheaper than 211, try and take advantage of this buyout. Prismatic, however, is actually holding up a little bit better today than Ascended. So this had a fairly large buyout too, from around 180 up to around $215. We're sitting around 211 currently today, and sure, a decent amount of boxes in that 170 range. So I would guess that over the next couple days, this starts to come back down. It's just the fact that more of these have been selling, maybe compared to Ascended Heroes. It might just take a little bit longer for that price to normalize again. The SPCs, now we still see a couple sales, 325, which is a little bit higher than where this was a couple days ago, around 300, 315. That said, similar to both of those ETBs, you can buy these for 300 bucks on the platform right now. So I would expect over the next week or two for this price to come back down to a more normal level. I just can't see this buyout have any lasting impact on the price of these. Same thing with the Zard UPC, but still, this is holding over $300. You have recent sales though from today, 244, 259, 243. So you guys know the direction that these are going. In terms of the Sword and Shield era, it was a fairly disappointing week, I would say, if you're a Sword and Shield investor. And I think we're in a period of time where I wouldn't be expecting a ton of returns on your Sword and Shield era boxes in probably all of Q3, maybe even into Q4. Starting with Sword and Shield base, we are going to mainly focus on supply and demand this week. This is the highest amount of Sword and Shield base boxes we've seen on eBay below a 20% move since the middle of January, so over 6 months, and we only had one box sell Buy It Now North America over the past 7 days. Rebel Clash, I want to say there were a couple sales this week, 3 of them, which is actually not bad considering the week before we had 0, but still a decent amount of boxes out there, 15 below a 20% move. And you guys can see since, October, November of last year, a lot of Rebel on the market. Nobody is really buying it. Darkness, it's continuing to slowly move up in price, which I guess is a good thing if you own the box. Supply is actually starting to come down on Darkness. Granted, it is very slow, the progression we're seeing on the supply side of things, but 13 sales in 7 days, a little bit less than 2 per day. Honestly, not that bad for a set like Darkness Ablaze. Now, Vivid Voltage, this is moving up in price. We're sitting around $350 almost now, but there's a lot of supply out there, 142 boxes listed below a 20% leg up in price. 17 sold in the past 7 days, over 2 per day. It's not terrible, but it's going to take a while for Vivid Voltage to actually be scarce. Same thing with Battle Styles. We're actually seeing a trend upwards in the amount of boxes listed below a 20% move. We did have a little bit more selling this week, 20 units, so almost 3 per day, which for a set like Battle Styles, which really is not that popular, not a ton of desirable cards in here outside of the Sleepy T-Tar, which is around 270 bucks. It makes sense why Battle Styles is in the position it's currently in. Chilling, we're sitting around $500 right now. When we look at supply, there's a ton on the market. I think this is the most chilling I've ever seen below a 20% move. 115 units, and we only had 6 sales buy it now over the past 7 days, less than one per day. Even sets like Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike, which if you guys have been watching for a while, I've always said these are kind of the tip of the spear when it comes to the Sword and Shield era. Even these sets aren't doing that great. We're seeing more Evolving hit the market. Trend is definitely going upwards. 74 boxes listed below a 20% move, 16 sold in the past 7 days, still over 2 per day. That is really strong for a box this expensive, but I don't think we're going to see a move on Evolving either anytime soon. Fusion moved up a little bit in price, but 86 boxes listed below a 20% move, 9 selling in 7 days. Not that great. And the trend just continues for all these other sets. Brilliant. I mean, at least we're seeing slow, steady growth on a box like Brilliant, but we have 80 units below 20% move. Before last week, where there was 83 units, that's the highest it had been since going back to June of last year. So trend upwards as well on Brilliant Stars. Astral Radiance boxed around $415, $420 now, and you can see more of the same. We're talking about 132 Astral boxes that were listed below like 480, 490 in that range. And the issue with a set like Astral is only 9 boxes sold over the past 7 days. It's not a set that moves very frequently on eBay when we look at buy it now sales. So if you own a lot of Astral, I might be a little bit concerned. And again, I don't think you're going to lose money. It's just the fact that I don't think you're going to see crazy growth on those boxes. Lost Origin 780, more of the same, trend upwards in the amount of supply out there, 79 units below 20% move. That's the highest it's been since December of last year. And Silver, it's actually in a watch right now. So the highest rating out of the entire Sword and Shield era. Box price is actually coming down a little bit over the past couple weeks. We have 58 units below 20% move, 19 selling over the past 7 days, almost 3 per day. Silver, it's still a decent set. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but hey, that Lugia V, it's a great card. The Rayquaza as well. Rayquaza set's coming out. This is now up to $225. Those are really carrying the set. So I think that's all I wanted to get to for the Sword and Shield era update. Before we talk about booster bundles, if you guys enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video. It helps out a ton. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to work with me this year, all the useful links in the description. TCG Quant, the mentorship program, consultation calls. You guys know where to find me. Thank you so much for the support. To close out the video, booster bundles. Now, if you guys already use Quant, you'll know we haven't built out the booster bundles yet. We're waiting for a little bit more data there, but it is coming. I've already started tracking the supply and demand on eBay over the past 14 days because I do split the update specialty sets versus mainline sets. All of the mainline sets were up with the exception of, I think, Paradox Rift, which was the same price on TCG Player. A lot of these don't sell super well either on eBay, like less than 1 per day, which is kind of surprising when you look at the booster boxes that are more expensive and those are selling, I don't know, anywhere between 2 to 3 per day, depending on the set. So that kind of shocks me. Destined Rivals, this was up around 9% over the past 14 days. You can see over the past 28 days, up around 8%. Surging was up around 10% over the past 2 weeks. We had a little bit of a lull there, down to around $55, $56 US. And for anyone curious, I don't differentiate between the square boxes and the kind of more rectangular shaped ones. I know TCG Player for Surging, they have 2 different listings. I think the price is very similar now. I just take the lowest listed of the 2 and include everything on eBay. I think that's the best way to go about it because I don't really think there's a difference between those 2 when it comes to collectors and how they view the market price. Really, we're just focused on price per pack, a little bit of a premium there because it's in a sealed bundle. And the final booster bundle to point out would be Phantasmal, which was up, I think, like around 15% over the past couple weeks. Phantasmal's done very well. The other interesting thing about booster bundles is if you guys go look at the data on eBay yourselves, or you wait till we have it in Quant, you'll see in terms of supply and how much is actually moving, there's a massive difference between anything pre-Surging Sparks and anything after that for the mainline sets. For the specialty sets, It's going to be a little bit different because I think 151 Pokemon did print a ton of those booster bundles. Even Paldean Fate's a little bit higher, but the mainline sets, it was obvious starting with Surging onwards. Pokemon has definitely prioritized printing more of the bundles compared to maybe the booster boxes or other products. So that'll be interesting to maybe go a little bit deeper into the future. But I think that's all I wanted to get to in the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.